Okay, it's time. So I think let's start. First, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. Um, Welcome to our Access to Space for All first round of ISONscope Announcement of Awardee event. My name is Wenbin Zhang from the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs. We are very happy to hold this event with our partner, Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics, Russian Academy of Science. So before we begin, I would like to explain a few things about the logistics. So first, if you have any questions or comments, please make sure to put it in the chat box. Today, we don't have a dedicated question and answer session in this event, but my colleague from UNWUSA and KIAM will be active in the chat box. So they may answer a few questions related to the access to Space for All initiative and also about the ISONscope opportunity. Second, if you use the social media, please use the hashtag Access Space for All and also hashtag ISONscope and follow and tag UNWUSA or on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram at UNWUSA. Okay, so let me just quickly introduce our agenda today. At the beginning, the director of UNWUSA, Ms. Simondita Tipipon, will address a remark, and the director of KIAM, Mr. Alexander Aptekarov, will address a remark. Also, we are happy to that we have Mr. Sergei Fedyakov, Deputy Permanent Representative of the Russian Federation, is here with us today. He will also address a remark. And after that, I will give the floor to our newly announced awardees. In the first round, we have a 2 awardees entity, but now I cannot tell you who they are. So please allow me to spend a few minutes to introduce the Access to Space for All initiative and also ISONscope opportunity. Access to Space for All is a joint initiative of the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs and space agencies, research institutions, universities, and industry to offer access to space research facilities, infrastructure, and information with the aim of developing technical know-how, engineering processes, and infrastructure in the area of hypergravity and microgravity, satellite development, and space exploration, and also promote international cooperation in the peaceful use of outer space. So partnership is a distinctive feature of the initiative. It's only possible thanks to the partnerships with various public and private actors who are contributing to the initiative in various manners. So space technology and space application are critical to support the 2030 agenda on sustainable development and achieving the sustainable development goals. The initiative especially foster SDG 4, quality education, SDG 8, decent work and economic growth, and also SDG 9, industry, innovation, and infrastructure. More than these 3 SDGs, our awardees will definitely support more through their works. So access to space for all is now a gradual learning path from component to component. The education component provides the theoretical foundation to participate in the hands-on component and use the tools under the tools component. The education, tools, and hands-on component are structured to serve 3 different tracks with different goals. The hypergravity and microgravity tracks aim at building capacity for running experiments in and outside the Earth. The satellite development track aims at building capacity that enables the development, deployment, and operations of the satellites. While the space exploration track covers different aspects related to space exploration. And this shows the hands-on opportunities serving each track. Each opportunity is offered in cooperation with one or more partners. So please note, now we have two hands-on opportunities open for application. The first one is a KiboCube under the satellite development track. Through this opportunity, you can launch a 1U CubeSat from the International Space Station Kibo module. The deadline for this opportunity is 31 December this year, at the end of this month, actually. So the second one is a HyperGES under the hypergravity and microgravity track. Through this opportunity, you can perform a hypergravity experiment in ESA's large diameter centrifuge in Netherlands. And the deadline for the HyperGES is 28th February 2022. So that absolutely you have enough time to prepare. So please make sure to check our website to find more information. ISONscope is a partnership between UNWUSA and Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics of Russian Academy of Sciences. This opportunity started in 2021, this year. The objective of this opportunity is to provide small telescopes to selected academic and research institutions in developing countries, and training to operate them free of charge. It's a great opportunity for developing countries to start in the exciting field of astronomy, supported by the experience of the Keldysh Institute. In the first round, we will provide 2 small telescopes to 2 winning institutes, which we will announce later. So I will stop here because I cannot spend much time to introduce every details under the initiative. So if you want to know how to apply and how to become our partner, anything you want to know more, please visit our website or write to us by UNWUSA access to space at un.org. Okay, thank you for your patience, and now I will invite the first speaker today to address her remarks. Ms. Simonetta Di Pipon, the director of UNWUSA. So, Director, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, and I hope you can hear me loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Thank you.
Very good. So I'm really thrilled to be with you today. An exciting announcement awaits us in the next few minutes. We will be revealing the awardees of the ISONscope opportunity, one of the capacity building programs under the Access to Space for All initiative that has been already described very well. So Access to Space for All is all about working together, a value we cherish the most here at the United Nations. The Office for Outer Space Affairs have received great support from the international space community. Cooperating with space agencies, research institutes, and industry from various countries enables us to open ground and space facilities to all member states of the United Nations. Microgravity and hypergravity experiments, satellite assembly and launch, as well as opportunities to observe outer space. This is just a glimpse of opportunities on offer. And we always strive to expand our network, as there is no substitute for collaborative approach. Partnerships are critical for building the future we want on the ground and in space. We are thrilled to work with the Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics of the Russian Academy of Sciences for the benefit of our member states. Launched in January 2021, the ISONscope opportunity provides small telescopes to academic and research institutions in developing countries. In addition, this opportunity also helps the establishment of telescope-related facilities and the training of specialists on the use of a telescope. This effort also feeds into advancing the use of space for sustainable development. But how? Well, space tech and its applications and services are critical components in monitoring progress and facilitating the achievement of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and its goals, targets, and indicators. In the first round of the ISONscope project, we have received many excellent applications, all related to several Sustainable Development goals. And space exploration goes much further. Space is a powerful tool to trigger interest in studying and embracing careers in sciences. It is inspirational and has been the source of imagination and creativity for millennia. For many of us, myself included, looking through a telescope takes us to another place, revealing how vast the universe is, how beautiful the small twinkling dots in the skies are, and where we lie in the cosmic perspective, as a pale blue dot with everyone that has ever lived and we ever have known. Granting the opportunity for new generations of discoverers, astronomers, astronauts, even policymakers or artists to glimpse through a telescope is much more than just a one-time opportunity. It is a life-changing experience. We are delighted these telescopes, in addition to participating in the ISON observation network and conducting the institution's scientific research, will benefit the capacities of students and serve as an important outreach tool for the young generation. The access to space for all is therefore more than just a capacity building exercise. It is, in a sense, a cultural force. And we are thrilled we are helping, together with our partners, to shape the future of space endeavors for countries around the world. Let me please announce and congratulate the Kenya Space Agency and the Center for Basic Space Science of the National Space Research and Development Agency from Nigeria as the awardees of the first round of the ISONscope project. I hope you can make full use of the telescopes provided by UNUSA and the Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics to advance your country's space technology and education. In 2018, the University of Nairobi launched the country's first ever satellite, OneCoon's PF CubeSat, through the KiboCube program. This satellite was also a catalyst in the establishment of the Kenya Space Agency. This year, Kenya Space Agency became a part of the winning team in our Bartolomeo opportunity. And today, we see them again as an awardee of the ISONscope opportunity. I do believe that this is extremely important, that what we are doing here is in a way extremely important. And to be very honest with you, also given a little bit out of the script, I believe that we have to work all together, that we have this very good example here of working together for a better world with great success. And Kenya is really an example, because thanks to us, you are having really a lot of different opportunities. And so also we welcome Nigeria for the first time with us. And so I hope that in the future you will do like Kenya and get the advantage of our opportunities under the Access to Space for All initiative and even broader. So I believe that this event today will be really interesting. I'm really I cannot wait to listen for all of you, and I can only thank you for your efforts, and I'll give the floor back to Wenbin. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Director. And also congratulations to Kenya Space Agency and the Center for Basic Space Science. And in the first round, we could deliver 2 telescopes to 2 awardees. And it is thanks to our partner, Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics, Russian Academy of Science. More important than a telescope is Keldysh could help training the staff and help them enter the ISON network. Now I will give the floor to the director of Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics, Mr. Alexander Aptekarev. So, Mr. Aptekarev, the floor is yours.
Do you hear me?
Yes, yes, we hear you.
But can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Okay. It's my great pleasure to participate in this meeting devoted to this initiative. The ISONscope opportunity, it's a joint project of Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics of Russian Academy of Science and the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs. This project devoted to provide with a small apertura wide field of view optical telescope to university or academic organization in developing countries. And one of the conditions of this project to start is that our institute and these two winner of this competition, and as Senora De Sica already announced, this is the Center of Basic Space Sciences from Nigeria and Kenya Space Agency. So we should sign an agreement about scientific cooperation with these institutions, and we already done it. So both agreement between our organization are signed, and moreover, despite of these pandemic difficulties, we already visited both places, and we have discussed our joint plans for our cooperation. We already inspected places where this telescope will be settled in the nearest future. So, and I would like to stress that all these things like signed agreements and visits we can realize despite of this pandemic of COVID-19. So, and I hope that in future this negative influence of this disease will not affect our cooperation. So, of course, I also would like to say that we will try, to put all our efforts to give all our scientific knowledge and technical skills for this nice organization in order to realize our project. And of course, if we looking forward about future, we think about some type of second round, and we would like that this initiative will have a long life. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abtekaref. And thank you again for the cooperation on ISONscope. Yeah, we are all happy that we can deliver 2 telescopes to the awardees, and we hope we can deliver more in the next round. As our director mentioned, ISONscope is the first hands-on opportunity under the space exploration track. We really hope to cooperate with more participants and more partners and provide more hands-on opportunities. So I would like to also thank the permanent mission of Russia Federation to the international organizations in Vienna. They helped a lot in the cooperation between UNWUSA and KIAM. Today, we are very happy that Deputy Permanent Representative Mr. Sergei Fedyakov is here with us. So I would like to invite Mr. Fedyakov to address some remarks for us. So Mr. Fedyakov, you have the floor.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair, for providing us opportunity to address. And for us, it's a great honor to say a few words in today's meetings on occasion of announcement program ISONscope Awardees, which has been realized by UNUSA together with the Russian Institute, Keldysh Institute for Applied Mathematics. Let me, first of all, to congratulate representatives of Kenya and Nigeria. We are absolutely confident that participation in space exploration track of UNUSA program Access to Space for All and use of Russian equipment would contribute to the success of scientific research in the field of astronomy in these countries. Russia views its achievement in outer space research and exploration as a common heritage of mankind and always seeks to preserve outer space for peace and international cooperation. In this path, international cooperation in exploration of outer space is gradually rising. This kind of cooperation embraces more and more countries and would allow to more effectively study and explore outer space. For us, this year, 2021, is a very important one. It's a jubilee year of our first man's flight in outer space. It was Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin. This achievement, exactly 60 years ago, opened new era in space exploration. We'd like to emphasize that space research is not just an abstract category, but they're having very practical application. Their results became one of the engine of economic development, and they contribute to the improvement of quality of life in the Earth. Thus, mankind received quite an instrument in the field of weather forecasting, environment protection, reaction on natural disasters, and strengthening humanitarian assistance, contribution to the development of agriculture, and in many other fields. Examples of benefits of space technologies are numerous. It's very clear that building up potential in the field of space science and space technology contribute to the achievement of sustainable development goals. This week, we were witness of success of World Space Forum, in which representatives of Russian Ministry of Economic Development took part. This event shows high relevance of space researchers in the field of climate change prevention as a solution of one of the global problems of human nature. We know how important to solve these climate problems for the African continent. In the conclusion, we'd like particularly thanks UNUSA and Institute of Applied Mathematics of Russia for their efforts in realizing scientific track of Access for Space for All program. We also like to express and to say every success for our Kenyan and Nigerian colleagues. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fedyakov, and thank you for the support to Access to Space for All initiative and also the support to the office. Yeah, I fully agree that practical application is quite important in each area, actually. Yes, now, and I would like to leave the time to our awardees. So they are the stars today. The Access to Space for All initiative is helping the capacity building in the United Nations member states, and we are hoping to see countries space capacity building benefits from the initiative. As our director mentioned before, Kenya has participated several hands-on opportunities, and we see Kenya in each track. So today we're very pleasure to have the permanent representative of Kenya, His Excellency Ambassador Robinson Gisa. I will give the floor to Ambassador Gisa.
Thank you. Greetings, Excellencies, Directors, ladies and gentlemen. I take this opportunity on behalf of the Government of the Republic of Kenya to sincerely thank the United Nations Office of Outer Space Affairs, UNUSA, represented by their Director, Madame Simonetta De Pape, and the Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics of Russian Academy of Sciences, KIAM RAS, represented by their Director, Mr. Alexander Kotarev, for this great initiative, which is a remarkable fusion of scientific and space technology. Ladies and gentlemen, on 7th of March 2017, His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta, President of the Republic of Kenya, established the Kenya Space Agency, KSA, as the successor to the Kenya National Space Secretariat. The goal was to explore how Kenya could leverage on the potential of space technologies to address our socio-economic needs. As you all know, investment in space-related activities is capital intensive and requires substantial funding. KSA, as a nascent organization, is grappling with that reality of resource constraints and has put in a lot of effort to try and explore opportunities to ensure that they realize their mandate of supporting and nurturing our space sector. In this regard, I want to sincerely thank UNUSA for initiating this very noble and impactful initiative on access to space for all, which seeks to address the growing inequalities on the access to outer space, more especially for developing countries, which are limited by resource constraints. This initiative provides us, in developing countries at least, with the opportunity to access space research facilities, infrastructure, and information as we seek to develop our technical know-how, better understand the engineering processes and the infrastructure requisites for satellite development and space exploitation. The initiative also opens doors of opportunity for international cooperation in the peaceful uses of outer space. As a country, this initiative has greatly impacted our space program. It is through the United Nations Japan Cooperation Program on the Cube satellite deployment for the International Space Station, ISS, Japanese experiment module, Cube, that Kenya joined the League of Space-faring Countries when he launched to space the first Kenyan space object, christened First Kenyan University Nanosatellite Precursor Flight 1KUNSPF on 11th May 2018. This was a game changer for us and has the ripple effect on the activities in the space sector in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to know that during the 72 Second International Aeronautical Congress held in Dubai in the year 2021, an African consortium in which the Kenya Space Agency is part of, won a highly competitive competition offered by the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs, UNUSA, and Airbus Defense. The initiative affords the consortium partners, Egypt, Kenya, and Uganda, an opportunity to host a multispectral camera on the Bartolomeo module of the International Space Station, which will be used for climate monitoring and analysis. Today, I'm delighted to learn that KSA has been selected to benefit from the opportunity to host a telescope that will be part of the International Scientific Optical Network, ISON, through the initiative offered by UNUSA and Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics Partnership. While the other opportunities were addressing satellite development, this opportunity will provide Kenya with the first credible opportunity to undertake and collaborate on space science and astronomy-related research and activities. Further, I am personally encouraged to see the expansion of the cooperation with UNUSA and other space stakeholders for the benefit of humanity, as we all play our part in pushing for the attainment of SDGs through space technology. With these remarks, I want again to sincerely thank both UNUSA and KIA RAS for considering our application and awarding us this very good opportunity. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Gisa. And yeah, today we are also very happy to have the alternate permanent representative of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Dr. Bello Halilu. So I will just pass the floor to Dr. Halilu.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for giving me the floor, and Ms. Samonita, the Director, United Nations Office on Outer Space, and other distinguished participants. I would like to first and foremost thank the organizers of this forum for involving our delegation in the announcement of the awardees in the first round of ISONscope opportunity, a laudable initiative intended to provide research and orbital opportunities for the developing countries under the Access to Space for All initiative. Our delegation is greatly honored to have this opportunity to deliver our remarks on the joint effort of United Nations Office on Outer Space Affairs and the Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics of the Russian Academy of Sciences for providing telescopes and associated capacity building materials on astronomy to our dear country, Nigeria, and our sister, Kenya. The gesture has in no small measure demonstrated the duo's commitment to coordinate activities of the International Scientific Optical Network on collecting observational data on space debris and near-Earth objects to enhance mankind's situational awareness on space matters and foster a more precise determination of near-Earth objects in orbit. Similarly, the kind gesture has demonstrated profound commitment to promoting space science and technology in developing countries in order to increase our respective capacities for astronomy and space data analysis. As you all might be aware, the Center for Basic Space Sciences in Nsukka, Nigeria, had been involved in astrophysics and basic space science for several years. Training and retraining of personnel to design, to fabricate, and patent space technology instruments and products alongside applicable hardware and software, to promote awareness programs in order to attract young minds to space science and technology, and to provide informed recommendations to policy-making agencies for both governmental and non-governmental organizations, to mention few. In view of the conceivable challenges in the discharge of this mandate, especially for a developing country like ours, the award of optical telescopes with their associated equipment and facilities to be installed in the Center for Basic Space Science in Nigeria, as well as training staff of the Institute on maintenance, routine data acquisition and analysis as contained in the agreement duly endorsed by both the CBSS and the Keldysh Institute on October 5th, promises to build our capacity to conduct optical observations and orbital analysis for anthropogenic space objects, not only of interest to us, but other global outreach programs in the space industry as well. Furthermore, the equipment provided positions us all to develop and implement technology-aided and coordinated observations at strategic locations around the globe for a more comprehensive data collection, especially from counterpart nighttime observations. In that sense, I must mention that the joint effort of United Nations Office on Outer Space Affairs and the Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics of the Russian Academy of Sciences is a welcome development as it conforms to several sustainable development goals, including SDG 4, which aims to provide quality education by bringing educational resources to our doorstep. It also aligns with SDG 8 as it promises to effectively build our capacity to access jobs in the space industry, not to mention SDG 9 that touches specifically on industry innovation and infrastructure. I'm therefore very delighted to be with the distinguished participants as we give thanks to the joint initiative of the United Nations Office on Outer Space Affairs and the Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics for availing the Center for Basic Space Sciences of Nigeria of access to space research facilities to develop its technical know-how, its engineering processes and infrastructure, and promote international cooperation as we together strive to provide access to space for all and achieve the Sustainable Development Goals in line with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. In conclusion, Mr. Chairman, we call on all stakeholders, beyond being contracting parties, to maintain the tempo and remain partners in progress, noting that we each have a responsibility to the public to maintain and advance space technologies as important enablers for development through international collaboration. We remain committed to the cause of UNOSA and look forward to more initiatives in this direction, as I personally remain honored to be part of this pioneer event with you today to fulfill that responsibility. I will not end without congratulating my brother, the director of Center for Basic Space Science in Nigeria, and applaud him for being very vigilant to take advantage of these opportunities as we work together to improve our capacity in space science in Nigeria and Africa at large. Thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Thank you very much, Dr. Halilu. And we really hope to see more Nigerian institute to participate in our Access to Space for All initiative, helping the developing country under the access is a very important responsibility under the Access to Space for All initiative. And yes, we do hope that the two institutes could make use of the telescope to train their staff and help the young generation to access to the space, to astronomy. So now let's hear the two winning institute to hear how they will use the telescopes. So first, I will give the floor to Kenyan Space Agency. We are very happy to have Colonel Hilary Kipkoski, the Acting Director General of Kenya Space Agency with us. Colonel Kipkoski, the floor is yours.
I hope you can hear me. Director UNOSA, Ms. Simonetta De Pipo, Director of the Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics, Mr. Abtekarev, Your Excellencies, Ambassador Gidai, Mr. Feder Yakov, and Dr. Haliru, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is a great pleasure and honor for me and the Kenya Space Observation and Research Telescope project team to attend this momentous virtual award ceremony. We are truly delighted at the news of the announcement of Kenya as one of the winners of the first round of award to host an optical telescope as part of the international ISONscope network. We thank the sponsors of the award, the United Nations Office of Outer Space Affairs, and the Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics of the Russian Academy of Sciences for the kind consideration and effort to build capabilities for astronomy and space data analysis in emerging spacefaring nations such as Kenya through an initiative such as this. The Kenya Space Agency was established in 2017, as has been highlighted by our ambassador, with a mandate to promote, coordinate, and regulate space-related activities in Kenya. In our 2020-2025 strategic plan, the agency has prioritized focus areas to nurture Kenya's space sector. These include research, innovation, education, and outreach in space science and technologies and their related applications. As part of critical components that will aid in the growth and development of our national space capability and in the utilization of space services and space-derived data for decision-making. Early this year, KSA, in collaboration with our stakeholders, jointly applied to benefit from the opportunity to host the ISONscope Telescope project under the project name Kenya Space Observation and Research Telescope, abbreviated KSOT, KSORT. As outlined in our application, the objectives of the KSOT project include the following. Firstly, participating in the observation campaigns of the International Scientific Optical Network to observe and monitor space debris and near-Earth objects, which is a crucial endeavor for the safety of space-based assets and long-term space sustainability. Secondly, monitoring, studying, and conducting research on celestial bodies such as planets, asteroids, and comets. Thirdly, facilitating education and outreach activities in space science and astronomy. And fourthly, sensitizing the general public on space science and astronomy and its significance to our socioeconomic development. This project will enhance the study of space science and astronomy at the agency and in our partnering universities and institutions of higher learning in Kenya. It will help us in collecting data for space situational awareness and determination of near-Earth object orbits. The data received will be shared with other institutions conducting research or offering courses in space science and astronomy. The project partners have developed an implementation strategy that will engage and create opportunities for local space science professionals, students, and citizens to learn, acquire, and utilize their knowledge in space science and astronomy. The KSORT telescope will be located at Olorgesailie site in Kajiado County, about 70 kilometers southwest of Nairobi. This site is of major historical significance and is world renowned as the factory of stone tools and the only place in the world with the largest number of hand access and representing one of the first campsites of early man. The telescope will be the first optical observatory in Kenya, and its location is significant as it provides us with the dual opportunity of going back in time, both archaeologically and astronomically. The telescope is expected to set in motion a new era of research in space science and astronomy in Kenya and add to the body of knowledge relevant for the growth of the local space sector. Once again, on behalf of our KSOT project partners, which are the National Museums of Kenya, the University of Nairobi, and Pwani University, the Kenya Space Agency expresses our sincere gratitude to the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs and the Keldysh Institute of Applied Mathematics of the Russian Academy of Sciences for having selected Kenya as part of the beneficiaries in this first round of the ISONscope telescope hosting opportunity. We look forward to enhanced collaboration and partnership with the local and international space science community through gathering of meaningful astronomical data using the ISONscope telescope. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Colonel Kip Kosuke. And yeah, just let me pass the floor to our last speaker, the director and the chief executive of the Center for Basic Space Science, Dr. Bonaventure Oakley.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Dr. Oakley.
All right. Well, I'm glad for this day and this occasion. Let me begin by starting on the existing protocol. I want to first of all appreciate and thank the director of UNOSA, Simonata the director for KIAM, Mr. Alexander Aptekarev, the Deputy Permanent Representative of Russian Federation, Mr. Sergey, the High Commissioner, the Permanent Representative of Kenya to the United Nations, His Excellency Ambassador Robinson Ngero, the Permanent Representative of Nigeria to the United Nations, Dr. Bello Haliro, other dignitaries here and those listening to this program. I want to appreciate you and thank you. I thank you, UNOSA and KIAM, for coming up with this idea of the space, open space for all, which we at the CBSS did not hesitate to grasp in continuation of our activities. I want to just point out here, just right this moment, one of the representatives from KIAM, Dr. Ate Makatatinatem, is already here in Nigeria. He visited the Center for Basic Space Science. Is already preparing to depart to Russia by tomorrow, Saturday. He has come to see our facilities and what we are doing here. CBSS, or the Center for Basic Space Science, is very glad to be considered for this award. We are not new to such awards. I recall that in 2009 IAU program for 2009, we won award for the best organized astronomy activity that gave us a Comet Hunter telescope for outreach activities and education. We are so glad because this award we add to the activities we are doing here. It's interesting to know that our CBSS, as a KIAM representative has just found out, has a robust team of scientists and engineers who are ready to ensure that the telescope will properly put into use. If it's properly used, then we'll have professional astronomers from the University of Nigeria and Nsukka, where the Center for Basic Space Science is located. We have a very good team for astronomy research. We have a large number of students that could use this equipment for their development. CBSS has robust outreach activity. We go to secondary schools, universities. A lot of them come here to see what we are doing. So winning this award is not out of place for what we are doing. And also I want to point out that CBSS is a co-founder of the Pan-African School for Emerging Astronomers, formerly known as the West African International Summer School for Young Astronomers. It's a biannual school for emerging astronomers to teach our young ones and to help build critical mass of astronomers in Africa. And the telescope will actually play a major role in this program. Sometimes we have to join the Ort Telescope to carry out our education activities during the Pan-African School of Emerging Astronomers. The next school is going to be held in Zambia to carry our educational development activity to other parts of Africa to build this critical mass of astronomers for Africa. Here, we are actually working hard to ensure that this telescope, when installed, will be used appropriately for research. And the most interesting part of it is that we are going to join other network, other astronomy telescopes worldwide to carry out robust and frontline research and education in astronomy. Here recently, we could boast that we have 24 hours power supply to enable the telescope to work effectively all around the clock. KIAM, Dr. Tim can attest for that. And we have our instrument, a computer room here where the database will be collected. So we are really grateful because this award is part of the ways to encourage us in the activity we are doing in both Nigeria and Africa. And we promise we will not disappoint in terms of manpower, in terms of research. And we are hopeful that this collaboration may lead us to further collaboration with UNOSA, because we're looking forward for this opportunity to help us develop our research base and human capital development, which is very, very important. Doing astronomy without instruments is like dancing a music without instruments. So we need these instruments, and we're happy we have been considered for this particular award. Once again, I want to thank the UNOSA and KIAM. I want to especially thank my permanent representative, Dr. Bello, for his understanding and cooperation during this period. And we promise him that CBSS will never disappoint him. I will not disappoint UNOSA and KIAM. Thank you very much for considering us for this award.
Thank you very much, Dr. Oakley. And I really hope that the telescopes could help the capacity building in Nigeria and also in Kenya as well. Actually, we finished today's schedule, and I hope more people could join us in this Access to Space for All initiative. We expect more participants, and we also expect more partners. So if you are interested in our initiative, please visit our website or write to us. Last, thank you, Mr. Abtekarev, Mr. Fedryakov, Ambassador Gisa, Dr. Halilu, Colonel Kipkoski, and Dr. Oakley for your speech. And also thank you to everyone for joining today's event. The video of today's event will be available maybe early next week on our UNWUSA YouTube channel. And yeah, as my colleague Hazuki mentioned, if you have any question, please contact us at UNWUSA accesstospace@un.org. Yeah, thank you everyone. I wish you an excellent weekend, and thank you and goodbye. Bye.
Bye.